Hello, everyone. We are trying this again. We're trying this again. I phones. Hopefully, this will work. Welcome to our A-Listers Live. Technical difficulties. Life is fun. I'm going to see if Vanessa hops back on here. I'm on. And hopefully, I did this right. Oops, let me get out of here. Okay. Okay, I see you, Vanessa. Oh,
All right. Did this work?
I
Hi.
hear you a little better. I don't know what the deal is. When I go live, I can never really hear the person I'm going live with. I mean, I can hear you, but it's like a little
Oh,
mouse. Can't hear
so
you very well.
weird. So strange. Actually, when I looked back on like the 2 seconds that we were actually able to do, it sounded okay. So
Perfect. That's perfect. Let me make sure that we look.
I'm sideways.
Oh, you are sideways. Okay, that's okay. But if you look right here, where are we? Let me see when you come on.
Like, what is
Ta-da! You're
happening?
beautiful.
Oh,
Very
okay,
good.
good. Okay. I'll just look at you.
Okay. Welcome, welcome. Thank you, Vanessa, so much for taking time out of your day and coming and hanging
Of
out with
course.
us here for a little bit. Welcome to the A-Listers Live, you guys. My name is Ashley Dawes. This is Vanessa J. She is the collagen queen, okay? This is the lady. Any of my collagen questions I've asked, okay, anything that I've learned, like Vanessa knows her stuff. She's like the research, the brains, the beauty. How old are you, Vanessa?
I'm 48 years old.
And look at her skin, like no Botox, beautiful.
No
I mean, no,
Botox. Look at
no
those
Botox,
wrinkles.
right?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay, you guys. So we're doing these A-listers live. We're both social marketers. Okay, we're doing these A-listers live so you guys can see the life in a social marketer and what this looks like. Vanessa J has actually hit the very top of the compensation plan. She has a massive customer pod. So here's the thing, you guys, because this is the biggest thing I get all the time. Okay, they're like, well, MLME, like I don't want to have to recruit people. The best thing about being a social marketer is we have a dual-sided compensation plan.
Yep.
What is it? 10% of people on the planet actually want to recruit and build a team. We have that option if you want to do it. Or the rest of us, for the 90% of us, you can grow 6 figures a year income just sharing products, just sharing a link. Hey, here's what I used to help me lose 30 pounds. Here's a link if you want $25 off. Boom. Okay, this is what Vanessa has done. Okay, so you guys, I have a couple questions so you guys can get to know Vanessa and all the amazingness. Vanessa, can you share? So actually, I met Vanessa last year. It was June. We went to Universal Studios
Yeah.
together. We shared a
It was
bed. We stayed in a house that we
October.
earned a
October.
trip to. Was it in June?
October. It was before the month before Escape.
Oh, it was October. Okay, October. See my month. Like I don't even know what today is. So, so we met, and we have been great friends. And Vanessa has shared tons and tons, especially about collagen. Okay, so everybody's got a story, right? Like everybody, how they got here. Vanessa, can you please share how you found social retail, like your
Yeah.
background and everything?
Well, first of all, though, Ashley, you're just such a rock star. Honestly, I mean, watching what you've done and you've been able to create is just like hats off. You are
Thank
amazing,
you.
and I'm so happy for everything you're creating and where you're going, where you've come from, what you're creating, and where you're going. It's just so fun to watch.
Thank
So amazing, and
Thank you.
yeah, it's really really good stuff. And a little bit about me. What's my story? So my background is actually in the hospitality industry. I was in the hospitality industry for 28 years. 8 years ago, I unfortunately was going through a divorce and was $30,000 in debt. Had absolutely no idea how I was going to kind of bridge the gap financially for myself. I was already working as a restaurant manager. I mean, 50 plus hours a week, some mornings, some mid shifts, some night shifts. So I didn't have time to find another job. I mean, I was already,
Maxed
not
out.
getting
Yep.
enough sleep and my schedule was crazy. And to be quite honest, I was broke. Like, I can't really sugarcoat it. I was really broke. I even get emotional just thinking back to that time where putting food on the table. I was so happy that I worked at a restaurant because I would eat a lot at the restaurant. Bills were coming in. I was trying to make ends meet. And what happened for me, and this was my trigger story, but I saw a girl on Facebook buy a brand new white winter coat of all the things. But that for me was like, how is she doing this? At that time, I mean, bills were piling up, and sometimes just to put $10 in my gas tank was like amazing, because my paychecks were literally covering interest payments on my debt, and it felt like I was working for free. And this white winter coat was like kind of a gouge the stomach of like I can't even afford new winter boots. And I ended up reaching out to that girl, which turned into, and she sent me this email, and my automatic response, like most people, is just like, I don't even know what this is. I mean, 8 years ago, this was all still kind of, you know, we weren't too sure what was going on. And so I had this email, and I was like, how automatic was, it's a scam. I want nothing to do with this. Like, no, not me. Forget about it. And then a few weeks after that, a bill came in the mail, and it put me over the edge. And I remember just having a sleepless night. I hardly slept that night, and all I could think about was like, how am I going to make this happen? Like, how am I, when you walk out of a marriage, all of a sudden it's like there's, it's just you.
Mhm.
And how are you going to make this happen? And the next morning I woke up and I sent her a message. I said, I don't know what's going on, but whatever it is, let's do it. And I had a credit card that didn't even have any money on it. And I signed up with that credit card, like to this day, I always say it's like divine intervention,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
money that wasn't even there was the best money that I ever spent in my life. And, a lot of people, they start off and they're just like, okay, great, I signed up. Well, for me, it was like, this is an opportunity. This is, I don't know what this is, but whatever's in this box, I'm going to make some magic happen because we're going to make some moves on my life. And so that's kind of how it all started. Yeah.
Yes, that is awesome. So from working 50 hours a week, you're getting ready to go through a divorce, all these, what you said, $30,000 in debt, and now, like, so what does your day in social retail look like? Like,
Yeah.
I know you've grown a massive team, so you obviously like, and I mean, for you guys who are seeing that and you're like, oh, okay, like you, cool, like you got your products, you knew like you were gonna do this, like how did you do it, type of thing. You guys, we have systems and tools for everything. It's not about like, I mean, yes, we're following up and we're talking to people, but everybody gets guided to a tool. You don't even have to know the ingredient. I mean, we do, but you don't have to know the ingredients in your product. Hey, what's the ingredient that? Let me guide you to a tool, right? So we have systems for everything, you guys. But I would love to hear, Vanessa, what is your like your day in social? Because is this your full time job?
It is.
So
It is. It's what
what
I
does your day
do.
look like as a
Yeah.
social
And
retailer?
it looks totally different to what it looked like, 4 years
Mm-hmm.
ago. I was able to walk away from my full-time job
That's
about
huge.
2.5, 3 years
Wow.
ago. And
Wow.
before that, when I was working, full-time, it was 15-minute little time blocks throughout my day. That's literally how I was building my business. Like I was like, okay, I got
Yes.
15 minutes to do
Yeah.
this and 15 minutes to do that. And that's literally how I was building my business. Now my day looks really different. I don't have kids. I don't have a husband, so I have a little bit more freedom throughout my day. But I divide my day up into four things. I mean, we have to remember it's network marketing. So I have a portion of my time which is networking,
Yep.
so building relationships and following up with people and that side of things. And then of course there's the marketing side, which is being seen on my social media. I do work 100%
Mm-hmm.
online. I don't leave my home. And the
Love
introverted extroverted side of me, like the introverted side of me just like loves that, um so yeah, so I do my networking, and then I of course want to be seen on social media, which is where I have my different channels, whatever I'm up to there. But then I have two other things that are really really important to me. Number one is personal development,
Yeah.
and number two is skill development, because things are always changing. Things are always growing. The person that sits here today is not the girl that was here, 8 years ago. I mean, so the growth and, the shifts that I've even made in myself, that's a huge part of my day.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love it.
Mhm.
So I love how you're like, well, my day looks different than it did before,
Yeah.
right? Because there's like, when you're beginning and you're getting your processes down, and then now like you have your process down, you break apart your day. So you kind of said it, like the difference in, so I would love to know why you chose social retail. So I know like you
Yeah.
literally you started because you were like, crap,
Hmm.
bills, I'm gonna make money. This lady's able to buy a coat. I'm gonna do this. Right now though, knowing what you
Yeah.
know now, why specifically did you choose social retail?
Yeah. So for anyone who's watching, I want to let you know that I almost quit this industry. I was with one other company besides this one in the social retail business model. Um, my first 2 years in this industry, after joining that girl with the white coat, was very recruitment based, and
Yeah,
so if I didn't build a team, I couldn't make any money. And at that time, it wasn't about my business wasn't about the same as it is now. Back then, I really wanted to make an extra income, and and if I didn't have a team, I wasn't making any money. I was, spending more money than I was making every single month. The way they were teaching me to do things was brand the company, spam my page, all the things that, after about 2 years of really trying, started to feel really cringy to me. And I was literally 1 foot out the door, praying to the universe, like, please, like, I see the vision. I know that there's something here, like, show me the way. That day I got a message from somebody on Facebook, someone who I had secretly been following. Randomly, she just sent me a message saying, hey Vanessa, it's so great to connect. We haven't had a chance to connect. How are you? And that started a conversation, which actually turned into a coaching capacity. And then when I was trying to bring things back to my company, it wasn't the way they did things. And finally, I said to her, I'm like, okay, what company are you with? Because I loved the way she was showing up. And she said, let me show you. She didn't tell me. She said,
yeah,
let me show you. And she did exactly what we do. She added me to a group. She tagged me in a video. She sent me a video. And I didn't even watch the video. I was just so excited that there was a tool. I
that's
was like,
awesome. Yes.
this is amazing. I'm like, there's a tool. I was literally trying to create these tools with my previous company. I was like, sign me up. I'm
Yep.
in. Let's go. And when I walked in, number one, the fact that I didn't have to build a team, I was going through a rough time. I didn't have any time to lead anybody other than myself. The fact that I can make an extra income, promoting products that I loved, promoting products that I came to love, because at that time I didn't know anything. But being able to just like share my link, that's how simple the business was for me when I first walked in.
Yeah.
Just sharing a link and I can make an income. Oh my God, like this is amazing. But then walking in and seeing the leadership, people that I'd actually been paying for courses outside of our company, all of a sudden they were there at my fingertips
Mhm.
for free. I was like, this is like the university. If you want to, have the business model, you've got the university of like industry professionals showing you the right way to build your business. And I was just like, oh my God, win, win, win. The culture, of course, training tools. And, within a year was when I started to discover a product that I absolutely loved, collagen. And then all of a sudden, not only did I have a business model that I loved, I had a product that I could 1000% get
Yeah.
behind. And my purpose, why I do what I do, completely shifted. And so, yeah, I just love what I do. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, I love that. So I was with another company too for 7.5 years. I'm like, this is gonna be my company. I remember they were like, we don't leave. Anybody that leaves, they come back. We have the best business model. And I knew that business model because, I didn't want to be the person who's like, we have the best business model. I knew how we got paid. I knew everything. And when I saw social retail and also that business, that company I was with was all about recruiting recruiters to recruit. If you didn't recruit, you didn't get squat,
Yeah.
right? I'd have to
Yeah.
call people every month. Hey, are you gonna do your order?
Or trying
Guys,
to
if you
talk
don't do your order, you don't get a
customers into
paycheck.
becoming reps when they had no desire to becoming reps. It was just like,
I know, because you had to place people so that
Yeah.
you would get a
Yeah.
paycheck.
Yeah.
I'd have that conversation like, hey, if I place you, are you gonna, do your order? And they're like, yeah, yeah, yeah. And then they wouldn't. And it was like every month I was like the spammy Tammy, like, hey, you're gonna do your order? You said you would. And yeah,
Yeah.
it was sorry, there's stuff in my throat. It was a lot more complicated and nobody was winning, which is a huge thing, right? The
Yeah.
fact that you can do exactly what Vanessa said. come over here and share a link. Here's how I'm supporting my hormones. Here's how I'm supporting my gut. Here's how my hair looks so beautiful. Here's a link.
Yeah.
It's amazing. So, okay, all of you guys watching, okay, so we have a question for you. If we were to share with you a super quick video that explains a little bit more about what it is that we do, would you watch it? Okay, if you're like, yes, send me the video. If you're working with or talking to Vanessa, you're gonna tag Vanessa and you're gonna say yes. Okay, if you're working with me or you've been watching me, you're gonna tag me, Ashley Mae Dawes, and say yes. Or if somebody else invited you here to this video, okay, you're gonna tag them below and say yes. And we're gonna send you this video and we're gonna see if this is the perfect fit for you. Okay, so Vanessa, last thing, just to close everything
Yeah.
out here. If somebody was like on the fence, maybe they've checked out the tool or they haven't yet, they're on the fence thinking about, gosh, maybe I want to know more about this.
Yeah.
Do you have any like inspiration or anything for
Yeah,
them? Anything that you would
there's
recommend
two
or
things. Yeah, there's two things. Number one, I know what it feels like to feel like there is more month than money every single month. And you know, we all started from the same place. Like we all started from the same place. Like, if you think you don't know what to do, or we all worked through those fears,
yeah,
the doubt. The most amazing thing that happens is when you actually really step into it, you evolve as a person. But also too, when I look back back then, I realized that I was at a point where my job couldn't create more hours for me. They couldn't magically, you know, create extra money for me on my
yeah,
paycheck. I had to go out there and create it myself. And when there's something like this that you really can fit into your schedule, where you can take people, just be a human and take people on the journey with you, sharing what you love, sharing what works for you, and make money doing it. It's amazing. It's such a great thing. Yeah.
yes. I love it. Well, you're amazing. Thank you so much, Vanessa, for
Thank
coming
you
on
so
this
much.
live with us and sharing your wisdom. It's the collagen queen right here, you guys. If you have questions, comment below. Thank you so much, Vanessa. We'll see you at the
Thank you.
next event.
Yes, 1000% always.
Yes. See you later.